Hey guys, this is Jeff. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Let's see if you know that movie reference. I had no plans on making this video. I was lying in bed, finding the motivation to actually get up. And I was starting to think about a few things on eBay. And that's what this video is about. 3 things you should never do on eBay. And a half, 3.5, just for clicking on and tuning in. I'm going to throw another bonus one in there. Not as important as the first 3, but definitely it could be. You'll see. Okay, so one thing you should never do on eBay, and all of these are going to be pretty controversial in terms of, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who don't agree with them. Let me give you some context. I've been selling on eBay since 2011. I've been full-time for the last 8.5 years, and I've never done any of these 3 things. So you can not do them and be successful. So with that being said, reason number 1, you should never offer free shipping and handling. You should never do it. Let me tell you a story. And there's going to be spoilers in this, so if you haven't watched the movie Air, which is the story of Michael Jordan and how he ended up being with Nike. I mean, that's not really a spoiler alert. We all know that. Nike was Michael Jordan's last choice. And his mom was his business manager. And he wanted to sign with Adidas. He was like, he had his heart set on it. And through some very innovative marketing strategies, the guy who was responsible for kind of landing Michael got an audience with Michael's mom, made some very compelling points, had vision as to how Michael would fit into the Nike corporation. And essentially, at the end of the day, all of the offers were very similar. Now, Michael's mom felt that Nike would be the best fit. So the offer was $250,000 plus like a car. But then Michael's mom had another stipulation. Like, if Nike wanted to land Michael, this is what has to happen. And it was unprecedented at the time. She wanted that for Michael to receive a portion of every shoe sale that had his name on it until the end of time. Now, the guy who was so passionate about landing Michael Jordan was like, no, we can't do that. We've got shareholders to consider. The board's never going to go for it. He gave a number of reasons, and he just, in his mind, he thought the deal had fallen through because of that. So in the end, obviously, that's exactly what happened. Michael received a portion of every shoe sale. Now, and what that did for the industry was it set a new precedent, and athletes started happening. Now, I'm not saying that was a great thing, but the moral or the takeaway from this is about precedents. Free shipping and handling sets a horrible precedent for customers. Like, I can't stand Amazon because of what they do and how they make my life harder as a reseller. It sets these unreasonable expectations that actually harm myself, and it harms you too if you offer free shipping and handling. I mean, why is it? It's like the race to the bottom a lot of the times. Not only that, if you set an item at free shipping and it doesn't sell, like maybe it might sit in your store for a while, and then postage rates go up, and you can't really adjust. You're already at the lowest possible shipping point that you can do. Now inflation is actually, you're losing more money because your shipping has gone up. So the profit that you would have made on that item has gone down. It's just, I've never done it. it's a bad precedent. Reason number 2. Let me get my notes here. Same day shipping. You should never do same day shipping. Now I know, like, there's certain things that you need to do to, like, be a top rated seller with eBay. I'm not sure I think same day is one. But, like, you got to ask yourself, why are you doing eBay? Is it like, are you looking for another job? Are you looking for a side hustle? Are you looking for a side hustle that can turn into a full-time income? Are you looking for just to make extra money? I normally set my handling times at 3 days. And I don't know, like, I have a life outside of eBay. And even though it's my full-time thing, I don't want to be tied to having to go to the post office every day. Like, even like, I've tried out 2-day shipping on some of my listings, and I don't know, I kind of dislike that as well. I just like the flexibility, and I normally do ship. Like, it's not like I wait until 3 days to ship things. I normally kind of, I actually often do ship same or next, but it's at my convenience in terms of, like, what I'm doing that day. It just, having to go to the post office every day, it takes away from, listing or just, like, living life, right? Like, I don't want, like, another job that is all time consuming. Like, I do this because I like to think that I work for myself, but at the same time, this is a whole nother video, why you should diversify from eBay, but we essentially work for eBay. So yeah, we all have jobs, right? Like, eBay is our boss, and we're at the mercy of them. And I don't particularly like that control that they have over us. I don't like that corporate, do this, or we could just take everything away from you. But that's, like I said, that's a whole nother topic. But same day shipping, I don't agree with it. I've never done it. I've never done 1-day shipping. I've toyed around with 2-day shipping, but I do believe most of my listings are all at 3-day shipping, and it's just far more convenient for me. And then the last one, number 3, returns. Don't accept returns. Now, returns in terms of, like, customer buyer's remorse. Like, obviously, if something's wrong with it, you got to accept that, or you got to return it. But the truth of the matter is, I'm so focused on sourcing and listing and doing customer support and shipping. I don't want an item back when it sells. Like, I just don't. I just don't want to open that can of worms. And I know that is a requirement to be a top rated seller. But, I'm not that concerned about it. Like I said, I've been selling, I've endured. I think that's one of the most important things. COVID was amazing in terms of sales. I don't think anybody could have predicted that a pandemic would have that kind of an effect on our sales. But we all go through slow times, and we're in a kind of a slow time right now. The economy is really in the crapper. People are tightening their expenditures. You just got to endure. And accepting returns, that's just a nightmare. It's just not something that I ever want to do. And unless eBay forces us to, and even then, I would probably just, I don't know, refund the item. I don't know. And the truth of the matter is the way my store is, like, I don't look for, obviously I want home runs. Like, I want to find amazing things for a couple dollars and sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But for me, it's all about, like, just a slow, steady, decent amount of sales that all add up to something significant. So a return, if I had to refund somebody, it's not that big of a deal. It's a business expense. So yeah, so free shipping, same day shipping, don't do. And I mean, I know this is crazy because, like, when you think about it, this is the exact opposite of what everyone else is telling you to do. And I guess you need to look at what's right for you, but I just feel like all of these things set really, really bad precedents that hurt us in the end. Like the free shipping, you are losing money over time due to inflation. Same day shipping, you're losing time, like time out of your life, time that you could be doing other things more productive in your business. And returns, I mean, I don't know really what that falls in. You're losing, I mean, I would say you're losing sanity over that, because I don't accept returns. And then I see all these YouTubers, these resellers, talking about like all the headaches that they have with returns, and they're, you know, complaining about this or complaining about that. And it ages you. You're losing life and sanity. You're losing sanity over a lot of these returns. You're worrying about, I don't know. It's just okay. And then the half, and this is still pretty new. This is about promoted listings. I do the bare minimum for promoted listings. And the reason is it's just one aspect of kind of like the marketing aspect, and that would be a whole video of things that you can do to, you know, show eBay that your store is active. That's one of the things that I hear people talk about in terms of like how, whether or not eBay will kind of push your items in their advertising algorithm matrix. Anyhow, but promoted listings, like, you should never do anything more than 2%. You should never do anything more than the minimum. And I even have questions as to that. I mean, if everybody did the minimum, or if everybody did nothing, like if every single eBay reseller did not use promoted listings, it would be completely even. All we're doing is giving more money to eBay. And now they have a promoted listings plus, promoted listings premium, which I haven't looked into it, but I believe it's like the charges per day. I mean, it is just ridiculous, like how much we pay to them between final value fees and store fees and promoted listing plus. Oh man, it is just so. This is just setting a really, really bad precedent. All of these, in my opinion, set really bad precedents for us that are gonna, like, what's next? Like, there's always gonna be something next. Before promoted listings, we thought it was bad then. We thought, oh man, I'm paying this percentage for my store, final value fees, and then and now, I mean, I see people that are doing 5, 10, 15% promoted listings. You guys are only shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah, you might be getting more sales, but at what cost? And if you think that this is it, that there's never going to be another fee, well, you're only kidding yourself. There's going to be another fee. There's going to be something. There's going to be more rising postage rates. So at some point, we have to be like, okay, enough is enough. Let's stop. And I know this is all about competition and this and that. And there are other things that you can do. Like, what you should do is a whole nother video. This is just things you should never do on eBay. And I'm a firm believer that you should never do any of those 3.5 reasons. You should never, so to recap, the half one is never promote more than 2%. Because at least you're participating. But the fact that 2% also comes off your shipping and handling, And I guess that doesn't affect people who have free shipping. But I don't know, like, there's my 3.5 reasons. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. Let me know if you agree with me. You know, I'm open to hearing arguments and viewpoints, what other people do, what other people believe, what other people have experienced in their eBay journey. These are just what I do, and I practice what I preach. I'm not telling you guys anything that I don't believe in, and I'm not telling you anything that I don't already do. So, have a great day. See you soon.